Hi. Next, a little magic trick. I claim that I can influence my computer with the activity of turning on a lamp on or not. And the lamp is not connected to the computer. I do not use any really specific software solution. I will show you today what it is, how it is worth assembled to produce such phenomena, for example. I will show you today and what it is here and why. Now, in the meantime, can you turn your camera? Moment. Oh, but good live broadcast, very super. Can I translate it back? That everything. Can I zoom? Yeah, but super. Okay. Then this will be such a live now. So, I put the camera on the stand a bit. There will be quite interesting things today, and I think everyone should see this. Those who have had doubts so far how wavy genetics are working can be a reality at all, or what the hell is with this energy system. We will see what the hell the situation is. Quite specifically so in live. Because why not? And I also tell you what its basis is. And to know, you know at home. Oh well, I just put this on the stand now or not. Sorry a little for paralysis. Sorry for the paralysis. That is. So maybe it will be fine. So hi. Hello. I don't know if it could be seen, no matter. First of all, where should I start? I don't know where to start. Let's start that there are interesting phenomena. Closer to see or do not know, you might have to zoom. I know how it could be best to get something meaningful. Moment. I do not want to set the internet speed, but the zoom. Look at it. Look. I don't pick it up with a potato, but that's the picture that is like that. Already on an iPhone X6 Pro. Or 15, what do I know? But this is what you see is nothing more than a so-called superjoule ringer. Do you see it? There is a power supply, 2 watts of consumption, 2 and 8, 0 and 2 millions of 14 DC current. This is what this little by Bileni coil gets. And as you can see, only one of its wires is used. As for the rod, it goes out of the coil and it can be replaced with a MOSFET, but it can be replaced by a transistor, and underneath it has only one heatsink, so that's really the case. You see, it's just a heatsink. This is how it is turned on now. Now, outside of what you see here, for example, it is that here is another LED, such a nice big LED, you see, so big, and on the bottom, and of Raymond cops are put on. There are 2 diodes here. I say the type of diode. I saw these are and you will see that it is not a devil, but it shows reverse entropy. It shows a negative entropy, and today I will tell the universities why they try it. And these are not expensive things. And we oblige you to try these experiments. Because there are a lot of profit from it. Yeah. Do you see what's there anyway? I pulled this cable from the Avalac and the cat. Piece of cable that is yellow. It is not mandatory for such an induction nature to work, so it can be a straight cable, so it can be straightened to how to say. Now I can't read the comments because I read the comments a little later if I did it well. I won't have a long video as planned. And that's why it lights a glass of water while looking at the consumption meter. It's a whole 10th century regiment regiment what can show consumption with accuracy. And it seems that the consumption does not change regardless of whether it is lit or not. But as you can see, it is not so light. Let's look at another one, the same little diode switching, the so-called Averman-Kopedicity. It is clearly evident in the video that this is not light. Then there is another, and this is a 4.5 watt LED ring. I would say once again 2 or 9 is 4.5 watts. Look at the power recording, okay? Null hole 19 amps, 2 hole 7 watts. Now that it doesn't work, 2 hole 9 watts, null hole 2 amps. So therefore negative entropy, so the phenomenon is negative because it works the other way around. If I place a burden on it, consumption will be reduced. And if no one explains to me that it is so inaccurate that towards it to cheat at all. It doesn't cheat, there is no fraud. Now it's not just that. What you see there. These seem to be extremely complicated machines, and they are really simple things. This is a spectromanizer here. Here are 2 oscilloscopes above. And the spectromanizer can do that where in spectrum, that is, in the barrier range, shows the waves, the wave lane so well. Is there a so-called sign in that wave lane? He shows this in dBm. And you see now that it really doesn't show anything here. Here you show some signal shape. The radiated signal shows a shape. So this is... There is a radiation present, but let's look at it. I turn off this small power supply and then you have to disappear there, right? Look, he's gone. I turn it back. And the sign comes back. Now this is the device called Superinger, but it doesn't have to be used as it is on a lock. It should not be used as the saying on the net. I show that I use that these phenomena have received this way. Because as they show on the internet, it has 2 outputs. There is one output there. There's the other one, and then you put one burner on 2 light that you sit for him. Not to be used like this. But professionals, dear professionals, I always bother the professionals. Macerate, I know. Wait, so I always macerate the professionals, I know. Hi, I am Gabor Toflant, the leading director of AI-Xtech GmbH. First, but I couldn't bring the camera aside. But... Why is this? Well, because they always say it's electromagnetism. We will see that it is not. And I present a very, very special experiment besides what you saw. So that means it wasn't weak, but I think even harder. So I will influence the computer so that something will run down the computer. Something will do this computer here behind me. By not touching it and you don't run any extra programs on it, here we do something with the tool. And there is a logical Hungarian. And a strange explanation, but there is an explanation. You will see and try these experiments for universities. I show you something why. First of all, electromagnetism. There is a trifilmeter in my hand. I think this is null hole 3, null hole 6 milligas. This is not a magnetic phenomenon, right? We can agree bravely. This is not. This normal background radiation is about. If I switch it to energy, so electric, it doesn't show too much here. If I take it close to the device, I'll replace the camera. So it's a live broadcast, it's not cut, no stranger to download Vegdalski videos. I'd rather show what the phenomenon is. What does this thing look like? Okay. Now the trifield meter is here. See what it is showing. 80 couples were meters. We'll take a little bit. I put it on the wire. More than 400. Do you see it? Look at it. So why not magnetism is the phenomenon? 400 was a meter. Listen. Put it. there was such a height of 400 meters, right? This is not only such a chamois, so it shows not only as if, but also look at it. Do you see it? So it's not just like, it seems to work. I don't have any wires, cables, stuff like that. And that's it. Now, let's look at it. Then here I also put the magnetism on the wire. What about magnetism or electromagnetism? Look at it. Same as before. What was for the background? Put it. The same as before. What was background radiation? No big difference. But there is a significant difference in energy, right? Now, that no one will see what you will see now. For example, you have to put the camera, say, not fall, because sorry, very sorry. I also have the idea of which direction to go. You will immediately get dizzy. I know. But listen. You see, it's a very lively. There, the spectrumalizer. Spectrumalizer, as I said, shows a lane beyond. Look at this, listen. Now, I do not know how much it appears on the camera. We examine the bar from 100 pounds of hertz to 800 pounds of hertz, so we examine that spectrum. I put such a little head on it. Look here. I would ask the magic question to researchers, physicists, what is the phenomenon that can raise the entire range of the spectrum? Not just one origin. Not only do you see that O sees S5 half hertz. Listen, say. For example, this is not medbed. It is a physical phenomenon you see, which you perceive, and these are real instruments. You understand? You may not understand. Then call someone who understands. So what you see above here is the shape of the wave, this signal shape. This looks like that. Good. And if we look at what the situation is, this is the range where these waves are present in the energy spectrum. You see in many places. And we look at what frequencies, for example. Half a moment, if I saw it, would be good. I turned the light to make the lights here, but maybe... just a quick login from the workshop or what lab. That is very nice, you see? So how much energy would require, you may not understand the question you are talking about, but how much energy would require the entire spectrum to be raised? Lots of many. We will also influence the computer with an interesting phenomenon. I think it will be very interesting. I think. So I show these just because our devices work with this energy system. For years. Not electricity. Electricity cannot do this to raise a complete spectrum. You don't know that, okay? This is a spectromanizer of 12 million forints here, but now you can buy it for a few 100,000 forints, so this is an old spectromanizer. But it is functional and very fast, very sensitive, very good spectromanizer. What did I want to show you here at the moment? Well, once I think it's very interesting. Physicists will surely want this, the spectrum is raised. So it has a significant amount of energy, not because I grab it like this, but because it is connected to the superjoule ring next to it. And not that I use it. But I'll show you how I use it. Turn it off, look, I will hear, so we turn off the super jury. Look at the signs, listen, turn it off, see? Turn it back. Gone? There is no fraud in the whole. I say this is how he should try this at university. Negative entropy, negative energy system, organizer, synthesized. the so-called synthic, it always points to the material. And then we will prove that now. That yes, it always points to the material, so you see the consumption values that it is not okay, because it is not electricity, electromagneticness cannot, but here we place a consumer to make the game more exciting. Well, it's not or no matter how consumer, 2 whole week, so full consumption. The LEDs are lit. Look, there's a wire there. There's really just a wire. And there is an Raman Cope 2 diode in such a V-shape. Yeah, what did Roland point now? Well, I pointed it because it was like that when a switch was not made. If we wish, you apologized. Also, Plagal is 4.5 watts of LED circles, consumption, 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 consumption. And a whole 9 amps. Blah, blah, blah. Null whole 19 amps. What is a whole 9? Don't talk about stupid things, please. Well, look at this. So let's say it's divided here and then the red. I put this on the end of red. Look at this. It is only good to pay attention to the consumption of the system. Do you see it? If this does not work, the light performance has been slightly reduced. 4.5 watt LED. I would think this is approximate 100% brightness. But on a wire from a wire that is otherwise divided. So, in fact, a wire is still divided into 2. And then at one end it lights up like that. There's one thing, but there is only 1 glass of water here. And you saw that there was no magnetism. This is an energy system that has no magnetism. Glass of water, Raman Copes. And look at this. It lights up so beautiful blue, right? In the glass of water. But I think there is a green here. We can look at the other, the same way the Raman cubbles are on it. And then that's it. It widens green. I think it's good puff. No so. That's once. I just put the mouse of the computer here. That's what I did. The phenomenon is the same as before. The spectrometer turns off, which is noisy. Don't bug here because it's more pleasant. And then look at the computer if something happens to it. But why do I put this away, this aluminum, small aluminum dumplings, lest you say there is something there? I put this on, what do I put further away? Then a ferritic rude, you don't need it. I'll put this away, let's see it. Look at the computer. The interesting moment. The whole thing was a little point, it seems. It will be a future. You have to upload it now, but the point is, I couldn't show Cabbage. Because the computer will be active if the LED ring is illuminated. Then the computer will be activated. Why? In fact, because it is a more capacitive surface of the mouse, it is such a groping mouse, and the point is that energy is always pointing towards the object. If it is next to it, besides the emissions, it is a multidimensional energy system. Now you see, it was a little tough, I said. I don't know. Too bad I couldn't show this right now. Maybe next time it will work properly. Now, talk a little bit about the use of Super Joe Ringer. Or should I talk? Don't talk. I'll see you wings to her to be. By the way, this live is quite difficult. Come on. Well? Does something work? Nothing works? What do I see? Okay. Well, if the live goes because I don't have my grasp. I have no grasp, people, my grace. Take a look at this. Well, that's all I see from the whole thing. How much is live? I don't know. Whatever posts, I don't see a video stroke. I can't see anything like that. Exciting. I have to say I talked about myself. Well, to say I was preparing for this video. Let's continue? Don't continue, I don't know what you say since then, so I have no idea. Yeah, well, that's why. So well. Wow, but stupid looks like this. Good, strong, serious stuff. Yeah, I'll tell you what they said about the topic. The point is, these are shock wave energies, this is shock wave energy, and I show you... Wow, but it's not good. Oh my God. Probably an income premium, because something streaming will be anything. Anyway, I tell you the point, then Max. I'll break this video because I don't know what to do with it now. I don't see that this would work now. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't even see you like the video or not. This is hard enough, but there are, in principle, 9 spectators. I think approximate, that's what today's video. Not something good came together. I didn't say it. Okay, not completely. I have been in once, then tell SuperTubing how it works, how to use it. And how you shouldn't use it. I said I really reveal the truth. Our devices work with this energy system that you have seen. If you have seen it, I don't know. I didn't always stand myself back. The energy system is available with our solution. Well, hi Roland. It works. It's like it works, but why don't I see it? Look, I see that much. I see that there would be a stream, and that there would be a comment. I don't see the comments. Just now I see the Prism Studio, which the hell I use the program. I don't see anything anyway. Yeah, so... I would like to quickly show you what the point is. If 9 whole people are looking at 32,000, I thought if you were interested in those 9 people, so you deserve the rest, right? This is the SuperJew Ringer 3, so it looks like a switch drawing. You find it on the internet. That's what you see here. I just don't use it that way. You see, there are 2 outputs, actually just 1 roll. There is a BioWary roll in the middle. You see a transistor on the switching drawing, a DC source, and a lamp. That's what it's, and that's how it has to be connected. Just not to use it. Should be used so that what comes down to the transistor. The letter C is on the foot of the collector. It comes down from your feet. You don't do anything about your feet, you leave it alone. The coil that comes down is a wire. You put the alpha cope on that 1 wire. But you just give it, I don't know, 14 volts, and you give it up to ½ ampere. If you have a stable diet, you can eat so much. But it has to do it all, and that's the most important thing. That you have to activate the whole thing to work and really do something, because you do nothing if you don't have a consumer. How can you simulate this? Well, so turn the wire that comes down with the roller. So it doesn't turn the transistor who comes down, because that's all what you do. It hangs in the air there. You touch the other, grab it, and from there it acts as a wired power energy source. And from there it works the way you see it. So by that time, actually, it shows negative energy, negative entropic energy, and shows synthetic energy. We use it in preparation, just why click on it with the coil, it's not just one. And you see it can be translated after. So this is the Super Joe Ringer 3-panel 0. Find this laser saber old line anyway. That's what they invented. 2012. But this is just a kind of solution to this phenomenon. It can be solved much more easily, and it can be solved much more and much less, and all living in the human body uses this energy system. Because, in fact, a conductive body is enough. I didn't say that a leading mother, a conductive body about, is now smooth water. Oh, but good. I was just sad. Not a little, but very much. And then here's the ledge in my hand. Of Raymond with a knock. And then it lights it here. Do you see it? There is no glass of water on the pipeline, no rolls there. There is no magnetism, no electromagnetism. We just looked at it with a measuring instrument. We just looked at what I know with a spectromanizer, how it works. And I don't know why some professionals talk to him about stupid. They will sleep better, or regardless of saying stupid, that is not true. Not very much. Then good. I think I go through the ticks. If someone wants to watch a liking, come with a stagger. Well, YouTube is so stuck. They only look at 7, I can't do what. That's not a party for me. Going, I don't know for you. Then you should know that, oh, here it is. Large. Hi.